Hey, love bugs, what's up? I hope you're having a good morning, noon, night, whenever this video may reach you. Do your girl a favor and hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell so you can get that thing whenever I upload a new video. Oh, shit. So today, we are going to be talking about Carlee Russell. We are going to be talking about Tierra Young Allen. And we are going to be talking about this other situation that happened overseas with another one of us, a melanin-rich woman and a black man. And it's just, we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. Hey, JD Illuminated One. Come on over, baby. Come on over, baby. Yes, we about to get this party started. What's up, Rihanna? Hey, Jasmine. Hey, Martinique. Hey, JD Illuminated. I think I said hi to you already. All right, we're going to jump right in this. We about to head on over to these. Cynthia, what's up? We're going to head on over to these Instagram streets because, so you all, I'm sure by now, we all got our ear to the streets. We've heard of Carlee, right? She's a 25-year-old from Birmingham. She went missing a couple days ago. And I'm going to play what the newscasters had to say about it. And then we're going to get into like her being found and some of the things that have been speculated. And people are just saying something. There's been a lot of theories floating around about what actually happened. Fair use, shout out to the neighborhood talk. So they says TSR prayers up. Authorities are searching for a woman after they say she went missing while reporting a toddler walking alongside the interstate. Walking along the interstate. I don't know if I see side. I need to start wearing. I'm not wearing contacts. I'm not getting contacts. I don't like sticking stuff in my eye. Y'all just gonna have to be with me. That's okay. So footage obtained by WBRC News shows a car on the side of the road with their hazard lights on around the time period it is believed that Carlee Russell went missing. As previously reported in Hoover, Alabama, are searching for 25-year-old Carlee, who they say disappeared after reporting that she saw a toddler walking along the interstate 459 on Thursday. Roomies, let's continue to pray for Carlee and her family as police continue their search. So we're just going to give a little backtrack because she's been found as of today.
By Carlee, and investigators say that Carlee vanished after reportedly seeing a toddler walking down I-459.
It happened around 9:34 last night, just before the John Hawkins Parkway exit. That is near the Target in Hoover. The police say she called 911 saying a toddler was walking down the side of the interstate. After calling police, she stopped to get the child and called a family member. Well, while on the phone, the family said things went quiet, but the line was still open. When police arrived, they found her car and belongings nearby, but no sign of her or the child. If you know anything, you are asked to call police.
They are searching.
So this is some camera footage from the site. From what they could gather, you can't really barely see what's going on, but allegedly, like, that's her car that with the blinkers, the hazards that's like slowing down, it's gonna pull over to the side of the road. It's crazy. So now
they are searching for
her boyfriend came out and he's like, thanking the people for their support and denies any involvement in her abduction because there's so many speculations. No one really knows what's going on. What we have heard so far is that, the Red Roof Inn called her family and then her family came to pick her up and she was sent to the hospital to get tested and to see if anything was wrong with her. And it's just, there's so many different theories, y'all, that's circulating because the family hasn't come out, rightfully so, because this is very traumatic. They released a statement saying that, they haven't slept in 3 nights. They're under a lot of duress, which, I could not imagine what my family would feel if, God forbid, something like that happened to me. I know that they would be going crazy. So people are saying, like, it was a hoax, or there's some speculation that she had a mental breakdown. And this is why the family isn't speaking out, and that she's actually like mentally ill and she was hallucinating, thinking that she may have seen a child. And there's also speculation that, you know, they were speculating that her boyfriend may have done something to her. And that's why he came out and said, I had no involvement in this. I'm just so grateful that my girlfriend has been found. And I don't know why everybody, it's 2023. Human trafficking is a big, big thing that has been going on in this country and throughout the world forever since the beginning of time. It's just been covered up, you know, and there's so many tactics to lure women into situations where they're abducted. Using a vulnerable child is disgusting and deplorable and low down and just simply demonic, but it's just not far-fetched. It is not far-fetched. Any of us, if I saw a child on the side of the road, my initial reaction would be to stop and try to help the child. Now that, you know, we see what's going on in the world, and there's so many different ways that these evil people that are in these sorts of operations and in these sorts of like secret, like, you know, lifestyles and stuff like that, they use all sorts of things to try to get you. I even saw a video of a stroller on the side of a road. It's in a woman's nature to go and be like, what's going on with the baby? We don't know, because it hasn't come out. She hasn't made a statement. Her family no one has released an official statement saying what exactly happened. So we don't know. However, I don't think it's okay for everybody to just write it off as her being mentally ill and hallucinating and it's not adding up. It doesn't, because we don't know. Nobody ever came out and said anything. I would like to know what happened, but it is, you know, it is just a cautionary tale to women. If you see a child on the side of the road, if you see a stroller abandoned on the side of the road, if you see a car seat, you call the authorities, but don't get out of your vehicle. Don't. And it sucks, because it kind of like, we're human, you know? And then what if a child really is in need? What if we really could be the savior in the moment? But because it's so dangerous out here, you don't want to risk your life, and then the child's life is still in danger. So our best bet is to just call the authorities and probably stay somewhere close by so that we could keep an eye out to make sure that someone comes and, like, you know, rescues the child. But to try to do it ourselves, we don't live in the day and age where we could just do that. We don't. Mental health issues is such an easy way to dismiss shady behavior. This is true. The fact that people was making jokes on social media about the situation is disheartening. Whether it happened or not, it's a scary situation. Exactly. I'm just happy that the word spread quickly about her disappearance and that she was found safe. Me too. And that, at the end of the day, is what matters most, is that she was found safe. And, you know, well, we don't know. Safe to us is just the fact that she wasn't unalived. But we don't know the trauma she may have experienced. We don't know the injury she may have sustained. We have absolutely no idea what happened. We don't know. But we can all be grateful. We're all on the same page, and that we are grateful that she is alive and well. Okay, so speaking of, you know, shady dealings, this woman went to Dubai with her mom, I believe back in April, because they said that she's been arrested for 3 months. She's been incarcerated for 3 months, you guys. And her name is Tierra Young Allen. She's 29 years old. She's from Houston. They were in a car accident over in Dubai, and it was a rental, because clearly they're not from there. She went with her mom, I believe, and she got into an altercation, a verbal altercation, with the guy that worked at the rental spot. From how they're saying it, he actually started yelling at her first. She yelled back, and they put her in the pen, which is absolutely ridiculous. Let me show you guys. Her mom came out recently and made a statement on the news. Once again, shout out to the Shade Room. Family speaks out after Houston woman is detained in Dubai and charged with the crime of screaming in public.
With a very aggressive individual, a young man there who was screaming her. Baxter says her 29-year-old daughter ultimately yelled back at the rental car agent, she says, resulting in her being charged for screaming there in Dubai.
And so she is in jail for one reason and one reason alone. She raised her voice. In that country, a female is not even allowed to raise her voice. If she raises her voice, it's punishable by jail time.
It's been very emotional. There are some days I stay up all night crying.
They have a strict law system that is really based on theocracy.
She dealt with
That is crazy. That is crazy. When her and her daughter went to the rental car company to retrieve her ID, credit card, and other items left in the car, she was told that she can only receive the belongings if she paid the undisclosed amount of money. That's apparently when things begin to escalate. She dealt with a very aggressive individual, a young man there who was screaming at her. And I believe every fucking bit of this. I believe it. At the end of the day, the whole world is a patriarchal society. It's run by patriarchal governments. It is what it is. Men, this is how they operate, especially in those countries. Like we still fighting to have rights in certain arenas, but we have way more freedom over here in the Americas than they do in the Middle East. And this is why I'm always saying, like, y'all be swearing like it's just women doing this and acting crazy. Even women that could go to jail for screaming are still getting abused. They still going through DV. They still getting accosted. They're still being harassed. They're still being raped. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. And yes, that is so sad and scary. It is. I couldn't imagine being in these situations, and I know how I am. I calmed down a lot. I used to be extremely combative when I was in my 20s. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I was terrible. I didn't give a damn where I was or who I was with or what was around. If somebody said something to me, I couldn't hold my tongue. Like, I was very combative. I was. I'm glad that I have more control over myself. I'm way more peaceful now. I'm not really so rah. But any little thing, if you said something that I didn't like, I was coming back. I did not care. I didn't care if you was. It's sad, and I pray for this woman that she gets justice. People was making jokes again, like, oh, that's because women don't know how to shut up. It's just disgusting. Like, we don't ever catch a break, especially melanin-rich women. And clearly not all, but a lot of Middle Eastern people are very racist. A lot of people, Asian people are very racist toward blacks. A lot of Middle Eastern people are very racist. We go through racism from everybody. They want us to be on the bottom of the totem pole so bad. And we already discussed why. What I always say, love, hate, envy, jealousy, all that shit lives on the same spectrum. You love somebody so much that you hate them. You know who the originals are, so you always got an issue with them. And melanin-rich women, we get it the worst. We do. Y'all gotta excuse me. I have not had any food because I'm like intermittent fasting, so I feel a little like right now I'm drinking watermelon juice with blueberries and soursop, so it's giving me a little more energy, but I'm like trying to push through. Anyways, so we go through so much, and I hope that I hope she's able to like be released. Maybe they're gonna charge like a fine or something crazy like that, because when you go over to these countries, even if it doesn't make sense, even if you don't like it, you do have to abide by their laws. You do. It just is what it is. And we need to stop going places where we're not wanted or nor appreciated. We go over and give our tourist dollars to all of these countries that absolutely despises us. Y'all, I'm going to tell y'all this. I was in a cab, right? A yellow cab. One of the Middle Eastern dudes was driving a cab. The meter was saying a certain price, but he decided to round up. And I literally only had exactly what it said on the meter. So I gave him what was on the meter. I didn't have any other money for like a tip or anything. First of all, you don't have to pay a tip. You don't have to. A tip is optional in America. Even though I'm a good tipper, I'm a great tipper. However, I needed to get home. I didn't have extra money for a tip that time. Do you know what this Middle Eastern man said to me when I got out the car? He said, that's why we don't serve niggers. A Middle Eastern man said to me in my fucking country where I am a citizen at, because I literally paid him exactly how much my fare was for the fucking yellow taxi cab that he fucking got because he got some type, I don't know. He said, that's why we don't serve niggas. Because I literally only had exactly how much it was. So I'm just telling y'all, we get it from everybody. We get it from everywhere. So we have to really be like more on guard. We cannot go over to these other countries and think that we're going to be treated better, because 9 times out of 10 we're going to get treated worse. They feel, everybody else feels less than the fucking white man, so they want to use somebody else to punch down on, which is us. They know they ain't white. They don't feel like they have the same, you know, they don't walk through the world the same way, but they at least they ain't not black. At least they ain't melanin rich. And lo and behold, a lot of Middle Eastern people are as dark as me. It's just a whole fucking, it's just like, I'm just over it. I know it had to do with racism. Like, I've experienced Middle Eastern men being extremely nasty, rude. Like, this is why I don't like to like frequent certain establishments. I don't even like getting my nails done, honestly. Like, because I have to go to the people that I think is nice, that I actually want to give my money to. We go into a lot of these places. They come into our fucking communities and our neighborhoods and treat us like shit. And I'm over it. Enough is enough. Yes, and I agree with this. Do your research before traveling to any country. Absolutely. So I'm not saying that, you know, I don't think she deserved to be arrested, detained. However, when you are in another country, you have to follow the rules. It is what it is. You don't really, I'm surprised that this is even getting like news coverage, but look at how long it took. She got detained in April. It's July. Now, if her name was Sarah or Katie, we probably would have heard about this back in April, and there would have been all types of GoFundMes and everything to get her out. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? That's why I don't take my brown mocha complected ass. I am not going international by myself. I refuse. Like, as much as I be, I want to travel, I want to do this. No, I will be a domestic mommy until I get me a real deal travel partner. I'm not doing it. Because ain't nobody coming to get my ass. This is not the fucking movie taken. My family will advocate and try, but the resources ain't giving that. And my complexion, my skin tone, my phenotype, it don't give rally behind and do a whole fucking search party. It don't give that. So I know my place. It's not a laugh matter, but we got to know our place. It's unfortunate. But, you know, it's literally like, money, you gotta make a lot of money, a shit ton of money, but even that doesn't completely protect you, but it just gives you more leverage and more of a leg up when it comes to having protection in the world, you know? So, what y'all got to say? What y'all say? It's hard to find, but we have them. Yeah, one of my besties in Houston is a l0cked. And she's an esthetician. She's about to be certified. I'm so proud of her. Clap it up for Whitney. I don't know. She be in here sometimes, but she's all the way down south. I ain't gonna be able to have her services until we in the same space. But you know, and for convenience purposes, it's just easier. Like, you know, you see more Asian nail shop. Like, it just is what it is. They dominate that industry. They just do. And we literally are the source. And I told y'all, we are one of the biggest energy sources in this motherfucking country. Melanin rich women, biggest consumers, super supportive, always rallying behind, always putting the fucking cape on. And we need to stop that, because when we need help, ain't nobody coming to the motherfucking rescue. Where is the Caucasian feminist trying to get this woman out of the penitentiary in Dubai? Where they at? Where they at? But they come and get they come and get us when they need help with something. You don't ever see them rallying behind us. Ever. And that's something we got to think about. In this earth, everybody wants our dollar for some reason. Yes, the thrift queen. It's not just our dollars, our energy too. And it's because we are the biggest energy source. We got the juice. We got the source. We the blueprint. And you know, and I think a lot of different cultures have beautiful things that they contribute to society. I'm not saying that it's just us. I just feel like for the most part, we're exploited the most, while simultaneously being punched down and looked down on, you know, and treated like the fucking scum, when literally like we're always used. It's that part for me. It's that part for me. Ask Kim Kardashian. Lord Jesus is the fire. It's that part for me. Like, how do you take? Literally, your forefathers were suckling from my foremothers' bosom, getting sustenance. Literally, food, a food source. Like, we don't think about shit like this. We literally raised a whole fucking nation, but yet we get treated the worst. The math don't math. And that is what makes me upset. And this is not me saying that, you know, other women don't contribute. Absolutely they do. But they don't get beat the fuck down the way that we do. They just don't. And that is where the problem lies. And I don't give a damn. I don't argue with your mother. Ain't nobody gonna tell me shit. I don't care. I don't want to hear it. We done been mammies, nannies, and all types of shit, but get treated terribly. It's just like, what? You use us for style, slang. We're smart too. We build shit, invent cell phones, sanitary napkins. We do a lot. We're writers. We write movies like The Matrix. We don't get credit. They take everything from us and they just reduce us to, Lord, I'm going to say it, pound town, sucking toes and eating ass. That's all we reduced to in the media. In the media. Because I was saying that and somebody had the nerve to get their funky ass up in my comment section and say, no, because me and my friends is educated and we got degrees and stuff and then we don't get no play. Girl, I'm not talking about in the real world. Duh. That's why I'm always saying we need equal representation in the media. I'm not talking about in real life. We know what's going on in real life. I talk about real life all the time. Reduce us to freaknik. Not freaknik. Not freaknik. Lord, is a fire. All right. So I want to show you guys this this video that I came across because it's just, you know, we often talk about victim blaming, victim shaming, and the fact that it's always your fault. You know, when you're harassed, stalked, accosted, assaulted, it's always your fault. And this is just another example of what I'm talking about. You could walk away, you could yell, you could not engage. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. And it's super unfortunate that no matter what we do, people are still saying, well, what were you wearing? What did you do? Why did you do this? Why didn't you do that? It's like, why don't we teach men to not be predators? How about that? How about that? Yes, pay your entry fee to my motherfucking house by smashing the like button. Don't play with me, play with your mother. Okay. Oh God, y'all, I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat me a little something, nourishment. Okay. So we heading on over to these TikTok streets. Shouts out to Medusa. Yeah. So this is her. This is her account, and this is what she experienced. And guess what? They're not even in America. So this is happening to us all over the goddamn globe.
Okay, I don't want to.
Can you let go of my arm?
Okay,
please?
let me.
Can you let go of my arm?
1 minute, please.
I'm not interested. Can you let go of my arm?
So this man is grabbing her arm, and he put his hands on her knees. She was sitting on a rock. He put his hands on her knees after she was like, oh no, thank you. You know, like she politely said hi, and then she said she declined. Like, I don't really want to, I don't want to give you my number. She didn't want to engage any further. She's at like a festival or something like that. So there's a bunch of people around. It's not like she's just, in a back alley someplace where there's no other people. Now he's like literally gripping her arm. Like, this is like, oh.
My arm. I'm just gonna go back. Are you actually gonna follow me all the way back?
You are to your hotel. If you don't give me the 2 minutes.
I've given you like 5 minutes.
I mean, right now, give me 2 minutes of your time. Why? Because I want to know you, though.
I don't want to know you.
Why you bother me something like that? That actually asked you a question, which you responded to with that, and it was corresponding to my reasoning.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm not interested. I don't want to get to know you. I don't know you. Please leave me alone. Stop following me. Leave me alone. I don't know you.
But how would you know someone before without?
I don't want to get to know you. Leave me alone.
Okay, I don't want to.
That is so super scary. He's like trying to follow her to her hotel room. It's just crazy. Now look at what she said actually happened, because she's been getting a lot of comments saying what I saw some of you saying. I would have been screaming. I would have yelled. We heard her audio through headphones because she had headphones on. She said that she was talking really loud. And she did everything that people told her to do. Like what you would say a woman should do to protect herself, she did it, according to her. It wasn't enough. And then they just say, oh, no means no. Do y'all teach y'all's funky ass sons that? Because if you say no, thank you, they don't get that. When I say no, thank you, they be, oh, well, you can't have friends. I was in the store the other day before I show y'all her reply. And this guy, and first of all, I be looking the fuck crazy going to the store. I don't be all of this. It don't give this. it don't give this. If you ever see me like outside running an errand, I'm still cute and pretty. So it's not like I'm going to be like, whoa, it's not going to be a jump scare. But it's not giving all of this. Like literally a fucking tank top, some leggings or like some joggers and like some fucking Crocs or some flip-flops, bare face, a little bit of chapstick, glasses, you know, I might have a hat on. Like it's not giving all of that. I don't even be having my damn wig on half the time when I go outside. Put my hair in a ponytail, straight back, girl. And I was like, no, I'm not interested. You know, no thanks. He was like, why? I said, he's like, oh, wow, you must be in a relationship. Because they just cannot fathom the idea, the thought that you don't want them. Bro, first of all, you're dusty. You look broke down. I'm not interested. You ain't my type. They can't fathom that. So it got to be that you don't want to talk to them or give them your number because you got me. So I said, I said, yeah, you know, okay, yeah. So he like, oh, well, you can't have friends. I said, I'm a gold digger. That still didn't stop this nigga. He said, well, we could talk about it. I don't want to talk. You ain't got enough money. Look, I was like, no, I like my bills paid. I don't like to talk. I don't need nothing. I just want my rent and my bills paid. Oh, we could just talk about it. I done told somebody I was pregnant. These niggas don't give a fuck. They don't care. You don't talk. You don't engage. They follow you. So what could you really do? Run, scream, mace, like, and then that's just then they're gonna say, well, you escalated the situation. It's just like, y'all. So this is her response.
I'm going to clear some things up because the comments are insane. Most of them are good, but some like, and it's the same things over and over. So I'm just going to address everything. This is what I was wearing. Triple XL men's.
Look at what she had on. The fact that she even needs to come and say, this is what I was wearing. A huge ass shirt that looked like something you will go to sleep in.
Star Wars. Doesn't matter what I was wearing. I could have been in a bikini. It shouldn't have happened, especially because we were by like a beach fun fair. So I could have been in a bikini. Not an excuse. Secondly, everyone's telling me I should have been loud or I should have shouted or something. I think that's the loudest I've ever been in my life. I think that was really loud of me. It might be because the audio was coming from my headphones, which I took off when he first approached me because it was just a polite conversation at first. And I thought as soon as I said no, he'd like leave. But no, that's not possible. But I'm thinking maybe that's why people think I wasn't loud. Because, you know.
Those are the headphones that she had on. Those big ones. Those like, you know, noise blockers.
Headphones. Also, everyone's being really racist. But towards him.
Look, and she's still about to sit up here and defend this man that was harassing her. Do you see how our default setting is to defend, coddle, always holding ourselves responsible? We're just automatically like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Even when we literally, oh my God, it's wild. It's wild. If only they felt that way about us, we probably would be unstoppable together.
Saying that foreigners and this is why they shouldn't be allowed in our country, blah, blah, blah. I'm a foreigner. Firstly, I'm in Germany. That I was in his country. Secondly, people were saying like black, blah, blah, blah. I'm black. And he wasn't in the video, so I don't know where that's coming from. Also in the country where I live, I'm an immigrant. I know I sound British, but I'm not. A lot of people were like, oh, like get Sunak or something. I assume that's the British Prime Minister. I'm not British. I don't know what to tell you. I'm Black, I'm an immigrant, and I'm in a foreign country.
So pretty much she got up there, defended him, and said, oh, some of you are being racist. The way that she got out of that situation is that she walked up to a couple and they kind of like, you know, let her act as if she was with them. But it's just like, we got to go through all of this just to be left alone, but yet we constantly being blamed for things happening to us. And it's really sad. And she also said, you know, she just said that she tried to diffuse the situation. And she tried to engage because he wouldn't leave. It's damned if you do and damned if you don't. It really, yes, it doesn't matter what she was wearing, that part. It doesn't. But when things happen to women, it's automatically your fault. It's automatically your fault. Women have to prove that they've been victimized. Isn't that something? You're automatically in the hot seat. They make you feel like you did something wrong. You have to prove it. All the time. And it's not just melanin rich women, white women too. But they, you know, they get listened to more. Their feelings get taken into account more. They have more protection than we do. But that's the show. I love y'all. Spread love is the Brooklyn way. I will be back. We're going to get into some more things. I hope everybody had a great weekend. Show up as her, be her. Show up as him, be him. Don't let nobody play in your face. And like, comment, and subscribe, share, because I know you care. Y'all know what I'm going to say. Spread love is the Brooklyn way. Hey, Norris, I'll be back. Bye, love.